Hey guys, Matt from Total MTG here, and it's Deck Tech Tuesday. So this week I have a deck that I watched at the weekend in the SCG tournament. It got a 4th place. It's Vincent Daniel's Grixis Thermo Alchemist. Just totally different, different take on the normal Thermo Fever Vision decks. He's added a bit of black in, and the black's for the Collective Brutality and Elms of Vein. Really like the deck. Relatively cheap to put together as well, which is what I like. I love a budget, and we all love a budget deck, don't we? And it's near enough ready for rotation. The spells that aren't, Exquisite Firecraft, there's one of them that we'd have to find a substitute for. And I think it's the Fiery Impulse as well. I think that's the one that goes, but we'll be able to find substitutes for them too, hopefully quite easily. But this deck is pretty much ready. Also, the land we have to find another one for is Shivan Reaper. There is a new blue-red land in the new set coming up. So why don't we just put that in when it rotates? So let's have a look at the deck. It runs 8 creatures. 4 Stormchaser Mages. The red-blue with haste, flying haste. It's a 1/3. Prowess. We want to trigger the prowess. Get in for lots of attacks if we can. And what the deck is all built around, which is Thermo Alchemist, the 0/3 defender that you can tap to do a damage, and it untaps when you play an instance or sorcery spell. So you can see what you're meant to do. It's play spells, tap, untap, tap, play. It's such good fun, guys. And also the Fevered Visions, one of my favourite cards from Shadows. This was absolutely love this card. I constantly build around it. When I saw this deck in it, I thought, yep, building it straight away. Bit of fun. Now, I did stream with this all day yesterday. About 3 hours. That's as much as I could muster. So I'll leave a link to our Twitch account, Total MTG on Twitch, so you can go and follow us on there and go and watch about 3 hours gameplay with it. I was a bit rusty. Obviously, never played the deck before, so I did make a few mistakes, as a few people told me at the time. But getting used to a new deck, you know what it's like. But I had fun playing it anyway. That's all I care about, having fun. I'm no professional. So, let's have a look at some of the spells. Let's have a look at the sorceries. Like I say, it puts in the black for Collective Brutality. Escalate with this one. You can discard a card to do more modes past the first one. Target opponent reveals his hand. You choose an instant or sorcery. Target creature gets -2/2. Or target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, which is, it's good with the life gain that you might need. Good killing a lot of creatures in the format with -2/2. And, you can discard cards. So you can discard cards like Fiery Temper and play it for its madness cost. Hit someone for 3, just for 1 mana. You can also do it with Elms of Vein. Madness cost is 1 black. Target opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. So obviously, when you do something like this, you can do cheap spells, hopefully, with the Thermo and just keep tapping and untapping the Thermo. Which is really good. Get a lot of damage in. You're not even attacking a lot of time, even with the Stormchaser Mage. If you haven't got one of them down, you're still getting the opponent down severe life with all these cards. Next one we have a look at is Incendiary Flow. Sorcery, 3 damage, target creature or player. Helps against planeswalkers if you need to, annoying creatures. But, a lot of the time you want to do it to the head. Deck I was struggling against a bit yesterday. I don't know if I came up against it more than once. You can have a look in the stream, which was like the mono white humans. It's just I found I was constantly trying to kill the humans, obviously with all the burn spells, where a lot of the time you want to put the burn to the face. I was struggling to keep up the creatures, so that's something to look at. I have Collected Defiance in the sideboard. Not Collected Defiance, sorry, Savage Alliance that does 1 damage to all target creature opponent controls. So if they're little weenies like the dragons and stuff, they are going to go though. The Dragon Slayer thing, can't remember the name of the card. It might be called Dragon Slayer, I'm not too sure. It's a 2/1 power, but I think that's possibly rotating with obviously dragons. So we're not going to have to worry about that too much. But a lot of them are 2 power, so we're going to have to think of a way to do some damage with that. Tormenting Voice. Draw 2 cards. You have to discard a card. So obviously that works well again with Elms of the Vein. Discarding with Fiery Temper as well. Like I just spoke about, the Elms of the Vein. Target opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3 life. All important life gain. Because we're not going to have many creatures. We could be taking a few attacks here. So, that's pretty good. So, we go on to our next sorcery. It is Collective Defiance. You can discard all your cards in your hand. Then draw that many cards. Discard again. 4 damage to target creature. Or 3 damage to target opponent. So, very versatile, the Collective Defiance. Choose 1 mode past the first, if we can. escalate. You know, we can kill a creature, burn 3, we could discard, maybe with these. It just works really well in a deck. Like I said, also, the Exquisite Firecraft he's got in as a one-of at the moment. But obviously that'll be rotating out soon, so we can change that one. That's the same with a Fiery Impulse as well. So we're going to have to find 2 cards in the main board that we have to change, obviously with the Shivan Reefs as well, but that's easily swapped. Lightning Axe is in there as well. Discard a card, more discard effects that help with the 2 other ones. Deals 5 damage, get some big creatures with that. I've got a one-of Unsubstantiate in here. He runs 4 Collective Brutality. I just had 3 in my collection. And he runs one of these in the sideboard, so I thought I'd try one in the main. It's okay, it's not too bad. It does sort of help, but I'll probably go to 4 Collective Brutality when I just need to purchase one. Just being a bit lazy. Wasn't purchasing. I couldn't find one at a good price. They've really jumped up in price, and they're a bit rare on MTGO sites to go and buy them. So I didn't want to pay over the odds for it. Go to the lands then. Got a Choked Estuary, Forbidden Ruins, got 4 of them. Basics. I will leave a deck list below so you can see it. Like I said, the Shivan Reefs. Sunken Hollows, you can run as a 4 of instead of just taking out the Choking if you'd like. And it runs a couple of Wandering Thermals. And obviously this great card, Fevered Visions, at the beginning of each player. This helps against Planeswalkers as well. Because, you know, fill their cards with hands, 2 damage, you can either hit a walker or you can hit them as well. You can redirect damage. So, let's go to the sideboard. Sideboard that he did have some, just having a look at the deck list, he had some Colligan's Commands. We're not obviously going to put that in because that is rotating as well, so I want to get used to playing it without it. He also runs an extra couple of Wandering Thermals. I need to watch some matches. Maybe you can let me know in the... maybe just want some more creatures, so... You know, as creature lands. But I haven't got them in my sideboard yet. It runs a one-of extra Collective Defiance in case you want to up that to 4. Like I said, I bought in Savage Alliance just in case there's 1 damage creatures a lot out there, and I just quite like it. 2 damage. They might change that. Rending Volley, obviously that's going to rotate out, but I've got a couple in there at the moment because I kept coming up against White Weenie decks, so I wanted to put that in there. Sometimes the Fevered Visions isn't working out. You want to go, you know, a few more controlling cards. So I've got some Dispels, Turn-Asides, you know, protect our creatures, and obviously protect if they've got enchantment removal for the Fevered Visions. I've got a couple of them, couple of Negates as well. Like I said, run 1 more Unsubstantiate in the sideboard, and I brought in a couple of Imprison the Moon. Just with, you know, there's going to be a hell of a lot of Planeswalkers coming up in Standard very soon. The new set has got, you know, loads of Great Walkers. And I think this card is going to be very useful for blue players. You can enchant it, you know, enchant the Planeswalker, just make it become a colourless land. It's going to be a pretty good card. It does cost 3, but, you know, it's quite good. And, you know, if they haven't got enchantment removal, this is, you know, help battle us against the Planeswalkers, which we will be coming up against a lot of. So guys, this was the deck. Like I said, it got a 4th place in the recent weekend of the SCG tournament by Vincent Daniels. Of course, what won it was Bank Company. Bank Company. Thank God that will be going soon. If you haven't seen the All About the Brew video, please go and check that out. That had a bit of bant with Bank Company. And you've got 1 more day to get your decks in with the Is It Brews. So you can email me. All the links will be in that video. So go and have a look at All About the Brew video on the list. Please, I've got some great decks so far. And it's going to be a really fun series. But anyway, guys, this has been Deck Tech Tuesday with Grixis Thermo Alchemist. Put it together. It's very cheap at the moment. In card form, it'd be pretty cheap as well, I'm assuming, as well, just looking at the cards. But it's very cheap online as well. The lands cost you a little bit, but, you know, the rest of it is pretty cheap. So definitely go and give it a try, and hopefully you'll play better than I did in the first few games, but I'm going to get better with this deck. I'm going to keep playing it for a bit. It's a deck ready for rotation, that's what I like. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Cheers guys!